Glad to have you with us from Tampa, Raymond James Stadium, as we are set for a showdown in the ReliaQuest Bowl. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. On the move from inside his 5. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. So Missouri's offense will get the first crack at it here. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. I get it that the game is the primary thing about going to a bowl, but there's so many festivities surrounding it, Jesse. What do you remember about something you experienced?
There was a lot of pageantry when I think back to the bowl games I played in, and you have functions, you get to visit a brand new city, generally in warm weather, you get to meet the other team, there's some friendly competition. The biggest thing that stands out to me, though, was a street brawl against the Miami Hurricanes, Bourbon Street, getting ready for the Sugar Bowl, about 120 deep. Hard to forget that.
Going up top on first down. He's got his man. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Looking deep down the right side. And he reels it in inside the 30. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. And the Tigers are marching down the field. Leaves it with the running back. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. Well, guys, bowl season is here. Always fun to get these non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember all the moments throughout the season, throughout your career, and it's the last time that you ever get these group of individuals together. You say goodbye to so many people, and it's kind of bittersweet, but always fun, Jesse, to dance with your boys one last time.
Headed to the end zone. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Trying to bully their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Missouri!
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Looking for a man. It's Nolan. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
That's a great job getting the first down by that guy. He's a big-time weapon. He's got the speed. He's got everything you look for in a wide receiver. And it's funny, you think about Ohio State football. Back in the day, Woody Hayes running the ball 3 yards in a cloud of dust. But recently, they've been recruiting playmakers at the receiving position because this offense has changed. It's now up-tempo. They're now throwing the ball vertically down the field. And they've had so many guys go in the first round in recent years. This dude right here fits that mold to a T. Love watching this guy play.
And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. That's not the way you'd like to start this set of downs. It's now 1st and 20. He wants to throw it again. Lets it fly. It's caught downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Grab behind the line. It's Velasquez. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Going to the ground. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
And the extra point is good. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the 1st down with your feet can be.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and...
And he intercepts it! And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And I tell you what, defenses play zone. All eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
Back to pass, it's Nolan. Unloads to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. This guy makes it look easy, just like a lot of recent Ohio State quarterbacks have.
Now, you can set your watch by these guys. I mean, whether it's C.J. Stroud, Justin Fields.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. He'll call for the fair catch here. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. Using his legs to buy some time. Going to throw it to the right. He's got his man. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Throws to the tight end. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to move it through the air. Lets it fly deep downfield. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that...
Hit the afterburners, kid! And what a huge play for this offense after that great run. And the Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. The offense in hurry-up mode. One thing I've noticed from talking to coaches about their approach to bowl games is how many of them use it as a springboard for next season. They try to focus on developing some of the new guys, maybe, that have joined them for the bowl practices.
I mean, you get 15-plus extra practices. You start to play and experience more as young guys. The older guys get a little bit more rest. But, yeah, you're building the future. You're building the foundation. You're working on your technique. And you know what? You also get to have some fun. I think that's important for team building is having fun at your location, doing the different things together.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Facing third and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Back to pass, it's Nolan. He'll take a shot. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. They'll throw it on first down. He wants to take the top off. It's complete. And he wanted the score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. Looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
It's just a tremendous effort on defense, understanding the situation, right? Offense has the ball in a goal-to-go situation. Someone's got to win and go get the quarterback, and the defense came up big.
Makes the catch. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys, already.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point was good. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the second quarter. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Give to the running back. Shakes off the defender. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. The Buckeyes are flying down the field. Gets it out quickly. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Line gets set, first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Wants to throw. It's Nolan. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. from the red zone, looking for a receiver. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver.
Give that guy a lot of credit, man. He was able to somehow avoid that sack, but nobody open downfield, throws it away.
Here comes the offense on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Yeah, how about this defense, man? That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all this stupid...
Makes the catch on the left. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Missouri! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This has been a spectacular offensive showcase so far, David.
This has been unbelievable. The fireworks has been amazing. This is modern offense now. Palmer, when you look at college football, there's a lot of scoring, and defenses hadn't had a lot of answers.
No, this game's been a track meet, man. So if you're on offense right here, keep the pedal to the metal. Keep the tempo going. Stay aggressive.
They'll line up for a second down play. Looking to throw, it's Nolan. He's got his man. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Trying to find his man on first down. Using the quick game. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Running back goes in motion. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Fires left. It's caught. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And the Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. It's caught. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. A shot toward the end zone. They're intercepted. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception.
Unloads it downfield. Brings it in down the left side. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. They'll throw it on first down. Grabs it in the middle. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The offense will quickly use the timeout. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Hit as he throws. Touchdown, Tiger. And they take it in for 6 more points. And the extra point is good. They're up 35-24. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, 2 quarters in the books in the ReliaQuest Bowl. A couple of teams who have battled their way here, looking to bring home some hardware for the trophy case.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And sort of an ugly first half, honestly, but the deficit's still manageable if they want to wrap up this season with a bowl win.
This is a team I know that takes a lot of pride, and I'm sure at halftime in the locker room, David, there was some shouting going on.
And that ball is picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Tiger! How about that D coming up with a play like that? And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. They need something that goes forward this time on second and long from the 14. Fast motion from the offense. Back to throw, it's Nolan. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. This is a spot you see many returners try to... Not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Out of the gun, the inside give.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. You know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a game record.
They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Throws for the tight end. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes, and well, it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
Missouri really moving on offense, set up with another first down. He's looking to throw it. Unleashes one deep. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. They'll run this play from the pistol. He wants to pass it on second down. He'll try to do it himself. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Completed pass, it goes nowhere. In fact, they lose yardage. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. He's looking to throw. Oh, he makes the catch. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
He's got his man. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. The Tigers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Missouri! And the stomping has commenced.
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 10, here he comes. He'll step out of bounds at the 16 and leave his offense with a long field in front. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Using his legs, it's Kelly. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Can't get him to the ground. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. The Buckeyes decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. One final play before the end of the quarter. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He's moving out of the pocket. And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And you got to wonder if this offense is trying to run the score up because they're blowing this team out. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and they're still taking shots. They're going to play until this clock reads all zeros.
And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. Hoping to move the chains, Missouri comes to the line on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The completion well past the sticks. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Nothing but green ahead. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. The Tigers are rolling down the field. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give out of the gun. Pulled down after picking up 5 to the 6-yard line.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving.
Touchdown, Tigers! And the punishment has been extended.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Lowers those pads. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Shoots it to the left. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Looking left. That is just a sideline clinic. Whoa, catch, toe drag, everything you want. And the Buckeyes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Motion from the offense. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Keeps it on the bootleg. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Man, this defense has been ruthless all game long. Individual effort. They've got guys up front winning their one-on-one matchups, and they have been terrorizing this quarterback.
Looking for the score. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Here's the handoff. On the move at the 30. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he is corralled short of the line to gain.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have 4th down.
And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field, looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wants to throw. Pulls it in. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
Finds his big tight end. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. They're going to throw it again. Getting some heat. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. And listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense. Because today,
that pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On 3rd and long, try. Yeah. He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
even the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
That is a perfectly executed onside kick. Great job by the kicker, making sure the ball goes 10 yards, and then how about the kicking team diving on top of that ball?
That's caught. It's Nix. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Dropping back, it's Nolan. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. The offense starts in the shadow of its own end zone. Off the play fake on first down. Looking for a deep man. Snags it down the right side. Oh, look out. Touchdown, Tigers. And the pummeling has started.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to me.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Looking downfield, it's Nolan. Here's a throw downfield late. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football.